In this vlog, Himanshu has a sudden urge to run in the forest. Othman points at something, and a cute old lady wants to join our gang. But before all that, what's up everybody? Tim Vex here and welcome to this travel vlog of Blois and Chambord. What's up? How are you?
Good, and you?
Good man, good.
I totally forgot you had that.
Yeah, so that's why it took time. Let's start the story with us sitting in the train, heading towards Blois with no plan or itinerary. So while Othman was catching some sleep, as he had a rough night, Himanshu and I started making a plan. And at that moment, we just discovered that David Guetta is coming to the same chateau on the same day, which was super random and also proved to be painful for Himanshu. We'll get to that later. So our rough plan still had a decent structure. Step 1, find a bike. Well no, actually before step 1 there was step 0, and that was to find coffee and pain chocolat because we were caffeine deprived and also it was Saturday morning ritual time. Okay, now we were ready for step 1, which was to find bikes. We searched for a bike rental shop and found this one, which was a 5-minute walk from the railway station. Okay, so we took our bikes. Bikes looking good.
Yep.
It was what, 18 euros per bike for one day with a 50 euro deposit. Quite reasonable, I would say.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be more like 30-40 euros.
Yeah, true.
It's a pretty good price. Yeah.
And this is the place where we took it from. Quite efficient, fast. Step 2, check in the hotel. Technically, our check-in was after 5 p.m. But as life taught, ask and you might receive. Don't ask and you will definitely not receive. So we decided to ask them if we can prepone the time of check-in, and they were happy to do it without any additional cost. So we rode to the hotel directly from the bike rental place and checked in. So when you're making travel vlogs, the first thing you do is when you arrive in a room, take the video. Because the room is not going to look like this in literally like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Quite nice, huh?
Quite nice.
And it wasn't that expensive. We paid like 90 euros for the whole room and we are splitting it among the three of us. But yeah, the idea was to just check in a bit early, put our bags, remove the extra weight in our bags so that we have light weight to carry, and then just head out and explore the town. Step 3 was to choose the route. Our destination was Château de Chambord, which was approximately 20 kilometers from the town of Blois. There are multiple routes, but we chose to ride along the Loire River. So we just arrived at the Loire River and now we're gonna like bike along the river towards the chateau. So there are like different ways of reaching that place, but we wanted to like bike along the river, and I think it's a good call.
Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah.
Far but not forgotten. With the route fixed, we started biking on what was probably one of the prettiest rides I've done so far. After biking for almost 1.5 hours, thanks to all the stops for the videos and photos, we started seeing the chateau and also hearing the beats of David Guetta, which turned out to be a bit of a distraction for Himanshu. Are you alright? Are you okay?
Yeah.
So, what happened, dude? I think another thing, Himanshu, you need to be careful about is that this is the back brake and this is the front brake.
Oh really?
1 minute 37 seconds later.
Sir, I pressed the wrong brakes apparently. So left is supposed to be the front wheel and right is supposed to be the rear wheel.
Oh. And what happened? David Guetta distracted.
David Guetta and this beautiful chateau.
After counting all his teeth and ensuring he was still as handsome as he always was, we biked closer to the chateau, secured our bikes in the parking and entered the chateau. So we made our way into the chateau, and we were a little bit skeptical with the whole concert thing going on. We were not sure whether we can enter the chateau or not, but we could, and the tickets were like 16 euros per person. So we got Himanshu's hand thing figured out. The security, they were super kind. They put like a lovely, beautiful bandage around his arm like that. Chateau de Chambord. Here are 5 things you need to know about this chateau. The Chateau de Chambord is a stunning example of French Renaissance architecture. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1981, it's a must-see historical landmark. It was commissioned by King Francis I in 1519, and it reflects his passion for the arts. It was also used to safely store precious artworks during World War II. The double helix staircase, which is one of the highlights of this chateau, is rumored to be inspired by the designs from Leonardo da Vinci. After the tour of the chateau, we took a moment to capture some memories and also refill our tummies with some local delight. Chicken, you have some rice and fish, that looks really nice. And then vegan
veggies,
without the cheese. We headed back to the river, crossed the bridge to access the other side, and started heading back towards Blois, calling it a successful day 1. So, we are in day 2 and our day is starting with a hunt for a coffee shop. The thing here is all the coffee shops open only at 10, especially on a Sunday, and right now it's like 8:45, so it's quite early and it's really hard to find coffee shops. But we saw there was like one small shop open nearby, so we're gonna go there, grab something to drink and eat, and then we'll figure out how to proceed with the rest of the day. The agenda for day 2 was quite simple. Ride along the downstream of River Loire, get some good drone footages to make this video pretty, and to explore the old town of Blois. After fooling around with the drone for a while, we headed back to Blois and just wandered around the town. With that, our trip came to an end. That's the thing about traveling with friends with whom you vibe, you know. You never have this moment where you feel that, shit, I should have traveled alone. why am I traveling with them? You never have that moment when you're traveling with the right people.